Cheryl from Warren Newport Public Library. Welcome to another episode of Kids in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make stuffed French toast. And this recipe comes from the Big Fun Kids Cookbook. You can always check these cookbooks out at the library. Before we get started, everyone needs to wash their hands, make sure your work surfaces are clean, and if you have long hair, pull it back. Okay, today's recipe involves cooking on the stove, so please make sure that there is an adult present. Some of the ingredients for this stuffed French toast is challah bread, but you could also use Vienna bread or some other kind of bread. Challah bread's just a little bit sweeter and soft. And our French toast could be stuffed with many different things. I chose peanut butter, some marshmallow cream, hazelnut spread, some jams, chocolate chips, a banana, and some cream cheese. Now, you would probably only choose a couple of things in each French toast. In other words, I'm not putting all of this in. So you tend to pick a filling such as cream cheese, mashed bananas, peanut butter, marshmallow cream, and then you add to it such things as chocolate chips, cut up fruit, could be berries, could be nuts, could be a peanut butter chocolate chip, whatever combination you like. I think today I'm going to do one with cream cheese and jam and one with peanut butter and chocolate chips. So, to get started, we're going to put some of our ingredients in Ziploc bags, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut our bread like 1.5 inches wide, and then we're going to turn it on its side, and we're going to slice it so it has a pocket, and we're going to put our items that we're going to put in the bread in a bag so we can just squeeze them on in. All right? So get your ingredients ready and start putting them in bags. Alrighty, I have my peanut butter, my cream cheese, my jam in baggies, and my chocolate chips. So what you're going to do, after we have our bread cut, we're going to lay it on its side and make a pocket. We're going to cut a little slit. Then you're going to cut the corner of your Ziploc bag off so you can just squeeze it in. All right? Before that, we're going to make something like a custard. So in this custard, so 2 eggs, we're going to whisk it together with a whisk. A tablespoon of sugar, granulated sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I have all my ingredients for the custard except for I need to still add a cup of 1/2 and 1/2. So here's my cup of 1/2 and 1/2. Very good. Okay, now we're going to whisk it together. And after I've whisked it together, I'm going to put it in a shallow dish because it's easier to dip bread into a shallow dish than something like this. Now we're going to cut our bread. And this is just from the grocery store. It's an egg bread, so it's a little bit sweeter. So I'm going to cut off the end because I don't want to use that for this. But then my other slices I'll make thicker. And you probably can cook these on the stove, fry them in a pan, probably 2 at a time. And when you dip them in the egg, you want it to absorb for like 20 seconds. And as you get these done, you could always keep them warm in the oven. Just going to put this on the side, put it back in the bag. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my slice of bread. I'm going to use a smaller knife, and I'm going to cut a pocket. Just like that. And you don't want it to necessarily go all the way through. So if you can see, there's a little pocket in there. And I'm going to do that to each of these slices. Pocket. Okay. So I'm going to put these on the side a little bit. Next, I'm going to cut just the corner off on my Ziploc bags so that I can squeeze my ingredients out. Remember, said I was going to put cream cheese and jam or marmalade, whatever you'd like, in the first two. So these are also great if you're like going camping because you can just heat them up on a stove over your fire. Just squeezing this in. And I think when it cooks, it'll like melt. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to push it in a little bit with a spoon. I want to make sure it goes all the way in. And then close it up. Okay, we're going to do another one. And if you're going to do a bunch of these, you just can put more in a bag. I just put enough in for a couple. Jam. And cream cheese. Just like that. I'm going to push it in, make sure it's in far enough. Then I'm going to close it up. Okay, the other two, I'm going to put peanut butter and chocolate chips. So I'm going to cut the corner off my Ziploc bag, push my peanut butter down, push it in, just like that. I'm going to use my fingers and just throw a few chips in. Close it up, put it on the plate to cook it. One more. I think I want to make this one a little bit wider. There we go. Peanut butter. A few chocolate chips. And you could use whatever kind of chocolate chips you like. These happen to be milk chocolate. That's what I have in the house. Close it up. Put it on the plate. So, I'll see you over at the stove and we'll start cooking it. Okay, I'm going to put some butter in my cast iron. Anyone that knows me knows I love to cook with cast iron. And then we're going to put our bread in our custard. And as you get these done, as they're finished, you have to cook them for a few minutes on each side. Then as they're done, you can keep them warm in the oven. So I'll wait 3 or 4 minutes and then I'll flip them. Okay, I flipped mine after about 3 minutes. It depends on the kind of pan you use. I'm going to just put these on here. Let's go to the table and open them up. See what they look like. So this treat, you'd probably put syrup on if you wanted to, or you could just put powdered sugar. So let's cut them open. So I don't know if it's the chocolate chips and peanut butter or the jam. This looks like the peanut butter and the chocolate chips. And this looks like the peanut butter and chocolate chips too. All right. It's all right with me. So now you can put some maple syrup or whatever kind of syrup you like on them. These certainly look tasty. I hope you enjoy your treat, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.